Hello everyone, sorry about that little bit of a delay. My camera froze up on me right as I was getting started. Let me just get myself all set up here. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining me, whether you're watching me live today or you're joining on the video that I will post. I'm really excited to have you here today. Stampin' Up! Is coming to the end of its year with our annual catalog, and this new catalog is what is coming out. So I'm really excited. It will start on May 4th. But one of the things about getting a new annual catalog is that we're going to be missing a lot of product that was in our annual catalog from this past year. And one of those products is our designer series paper. I think there's just one paper that's staying with us, but the rest are going away. So I thought this week and next week, I would share with you some fun folds that you can do with the designer series paper. Let me move that aside. Okay. This is the card that I'm going to be sharing with you today. I'm going to create this card with you, and then I'm also going to show you two other cards I created with a couple other designer series papers. So this will slip off like that. It's just a belly band, and then it opens up like this. Okay, so it's an easy fold, and then this is going to slide right back on, just like that. Now your belly band is created with designer series paper along with the card, and then these mushrooms are also cut with the designer series paper. So let me get started. Now I do have my host code right here. If you'd like to place an order for anything that I'm showing today or any other products, you can go to my website and you can order from there. I will post a link in this video after it's over with links to all the product also. Now the designer series paper is going to be 4 1/4 by 12, and you're going to score it at 2, 4, 8, and 10 inches. So if you grabbed a piece of paper, this is what it's going to look like. And again, I've scored it at 2, 4, 8, and 10 inches. So it's going to fold up just like that. This is a great way to use any of your designer series paper. You get 2 of them out of each sheet. Now I'm going to also be using some of our Bermuda Bay and our Coastal Cabana paper. I have a piece of our white, basic white here. And then I die cut a square from our stitch shapes. Now the stitched shape dies have been one of my favorites for so long, and these are also retiring. What I love about the stitch shape dies is that they come in square, circle, and oval, and you get 4 of each one. I think it's one of the most basic die sets that you can purchase if you're a beginner stamper or if you've just been around a while and you're just getting into die cutting. You have 4 different sizes and 3 different shapes. So I'm using that today with the stitched square. All right, let's get started. The other thing I have is a 1 1/2 by 12 inch strip of the designer series paper. And then I went ahead and I cut out some of the mushrooms already so that I would have them all ready. This designer series paper that we're going to use first is called Snail Mail, and it is in our mini catalog. Not only is the stamp set going away, but the designer series paper. This is a stamp set right here called Snailed It. I think it's really cute. And then these are the coordinating dies. Now this one is a nice square. It's a little smaller than I wanted today. And then there's also die cuts here that will die cut out some of the designer series paper. This one here creates a nice little envelope. It looks like this, which is great. And then like here's an example of one that you can just die cut out, which is really cute. It also has the mushrooms and that. So it's just a fun stamp set. It is going away, and I'll always be sad when it goes away, but there's always something new, so that's exciting too. All right, let's get started creating our card. Now our card base here is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm going to go ahead and add some adhesive to the back. I'm using our Seal Plus. It's a very strong adhesive, and I'm just using little bits. I'm not running it up and down the whole area. Now I'm just going to center this. Now that this is folded, it is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we're going to go ahead and add the belly band. I just like to get that one on there and fit. What I usually do is I will take it and put it across the back of my card base. I'm going to fold it around and I'm going to press it, kind of give it a good crease. I'd rather do this than actually scoring it on like my trimmer or my Simply scoreboard. Once I have it like that, I am just going to flip this one over and then put this piece down that's probably a little bit smaller, it's about 3 inches, add some adhesive, and then I'm going to close it up. I like to have a clean back so that there's not like a seam right in the middle. That's something you're going to see. Okay, let me slide that off right there, and then I'm just going to add the inside. This piece here is our Coastal Cabana, and I'm just going to add that in the middle. Just like that. I like how it has the Bermuda Bay at the top and at the bottom, giving it a little bit more color. And then I'm going to add some adhesive and just put this basic white in the inside. There we go. Now on the front of my card, I think I'm going to be using those 3. So I have these 2 to go inside. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of adhesive on here. And I think this one I might just add a dimensional to it. Give it a little bit of pop. There we go. All right, now we can go ahead and we can fold it back up. Get that over that edge. There we go. All right. Get that slid in just like that. And now I'm going to take some of our Daffodil Delight ribbon. This one is retiring. It's a fun one. It's narrow. It's super easy to tie a bow. I really like it. And again, you know, we're losing this, but we're gaining some other ribbons. So if this is one you like, or you have a lot of Daffodil Delight papers and things, and you want to have the coordinating color, you might want to go ahead and just pick up a spool of this ribbon. All right, let's set that aside, and now we're going to work on our square. One of the sentiments in this stamp set just says hello, and I thought that would be a really cute one to go with the mushrooms. And it's a great card just to have on hand when you need to send somebody a card. Whether you're going to send it hello, and then on the inside you might want to add hello and happy birthday, or thinking of you, something like that. So I'm just doing random hellos on here. Another one over there. All right, and then I'm going to bring in a scrap of some white paper, and I'm just going to do a hello right on there. There we go. Let me put my ink away, because I don't think I'm going to need that anymore. And now I'm just going to trim this off. This is one of the strips that I get when I am cutting some of my card bases. You get that 1/2 inch piece on the end when you're cutting it down to like 4 by 5 1/4. And so I keep a little jar next to my desk, and I have, it's not kind of little anymore. I actually really need to go through, but this is right by my desk. And so whenever I need a color or whatever, I just pull it out and I have it. I think I need to divide it up though and have one for white and one for colors, because it's getting a little bit full there. Kind of silly. Okay, let's go ahead and add some dimensionals on here. This card is just a really simple one, but I think with all the designer series paper we have that we stash, it's going to be one that's going to use up some of that paper. And it's just a lot of fun. I'm going to take a little snip here and use this part of my dimensional to go right here on the trunk or stem or whatever you want to call it on the mushroom there. All right, so I'm going to put that on there like that. Let me add another dimensional or two on the smaller one. I think I'll just do 2 like that. All right, and then last one, here's our little guy. Now, if you don't have this stamp set and it's not something that is on the top of your list, but you really like the paper, you can go ahead and just get the designer series paper and you can make this card without the stamp set, because the hello could be something you could get from any of your other stamp sets. Just use a sentiment from something else you already have. I will tell you there's some really great new sentiment stamp sets coming in our new annual catalog that I cannot wait to get my hands on. All right, so I think I'm just going to put that right there like that. Okay, now when we add this to the front, we don't want to adhere it down to our designer series paper, that's the fold. So we just want to make sure that it stays right on this belly band so that we don't close our card up. We want to be able to open and close it. So I'm just going to add 4 dimensionals on there like this. And then go ahead and put that down like that. All right, let me move this over a little bit. There we go. So there's our quick and easy Fun Fold Friday Designer Series paper fold. All right, I hope you guys enjoy that. All right, now I'm going to show you a couple others that I created. I'm not going to go through making them, but I am going to show you a couple more cards. This is the Art Gallery Stamp Set, and it coordinates with the Fine Art Floral Designer Series paper. And this is a simple one that I created with that paper. So I'm just going to slide this off and open it up. Now, one thing with this Designer Series paper is one side of it is pretty floral. The other side has some geometric, softer, tone-on-tone type of colors. Sorry, I need to take a quick drink there. And the belly band, I just used with some of the print. Let's slide that over. And for this one, instead of cutting up the Designer Series paper for the actual image, I went ahead and just stamped with this 2-step stamp. It just has a simple leaf and then the sentiment. This one also is a bundle, and it comes with all of these smaller words, the florals, the layers. So 2 steps, you also have this one and this one. You can add some more detail. Oops, I'm missing a die there. Okay. It is a photopolymer stamp set, and then it comes with all of these dies. Let me get that back in there. So this one says, just so you know, and then it coordinates with these different words here. And then these are 2 labels that also go with it. So you can die cut out the flower, the bundle, the leaves, or the sentiment, and then also the little labels. So that is one card. And then the last one I'm going to share with you is a bundle that has been a lot of fun. It is our Sweet Ice Cream bundle. It comes with a stamp set and a punch. Now this stamp set and the fine art are both going to be in our next annual catalog. The Designer Series paper that coordinates with them, though, will not be in the catalog. I love the punches. It makes creating this card super easy. I just did the cone, and then I have the 2 little scoops right here. So let me show you the inside of that one. Now here again, I did use the stitched square, and then I just cut a layer on the outside in Old Olive. This is one of the Designer Series paper. I love the polka dots. It's Old Olive. And then here on the inside, I just layered the background with cinnamon cider. Then I have Pool Party in white. I just thought it was fun when you had the inside with all those ice cream cones as you opened it up. All right, let me put this one back. I'm going to bring all those cards back on here in just a moment. And as I said, I will be posting the details on the measurements of the card. But I wanted to share with you a class I have coming up next week. And it is my creative card class. these are 3 of the cards that we're going to be making. Oops, I have an extra one under here. Now my creative card class is something that I have every month, and I've been having this class for probably about the last 17 years, almost 18 years that I've been a demonstrator. And what I like to do in this class is share 3 different stamp sets, and you create 1 of each card. Now this class is free with a minimum purchase. If you spend $25 with this host code, then you're going to get this card kit. Now if you can't make it, that's okay. I will send you out the products and you will be able to create them. All right, let me take these off. All right, so we have the card class. I showed you a fun fold, and then I want to give you a little sneak peek at our new in colors. So these are our new in colors. We have the Fresh Freesia. We have Polished Pink. This one is, I'm getting the names, Evening Evergreen, and then Soft Succulents, and Pale Papaya. So I think those are really fun. These are the inks here, these are the cardstock, and it might be hard to tell, but each one of these butterflies has a gem that coordinates. Let me get the whole pack here. So this is the set of the in color jewels. So I'm really excited about these new in colors. I think they're going to be a lot of fun, and it's always just fun experimenting with different combinations of colors. Now, if you don't have a demonstrator or you don't have anyone where you can get a catalog, the new annual one, just message me and I'll be happy to get you a catalog when it is ready to go next week. All right, let's take a peek back at those cards that I created. I'm going to leave them all down here for just a second. I think I'll go like that so that we can leave those dimensions up right there. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's Facebook Live. I will not be here next week, but I will be posting a video next Friday that will be sharing another fun fold that you can do with designer series paper. Thank you so much, and I hope you all had a wonderful day. Bye-bye.